Hey everyone, it's Jenny, and in today's video I thought I would talk about what I think love is. And the reason I thought I would talk about this is because my wedding anniversary is coming up. It's coming up in a few days, and I'll be married to my husband for 3 years. We've been together for almost 6, so it's a long time. It's the longest relationship I ever had. And before we ever got together, we both went through some pretty bad relationships. Relationships with people who used and abused us and threw us away and just couldn't figure out what was wrong. And I know, at least myself, I kept trying to change myself for the people that I was with. If they liked something, I would like it. If they, did something, I would do it with them. Or I would change myself. If they said, I like blondes or I like brunettes or whatever, I would change myself, and it wasn't working. It wasn't making me happy, and they were still problems. I would still end up breaking up with the people, and it just wasn't working. I just couldn't figure out what it was until finally I realized that these people that I was with were not right for me, and me changing myself for them to try to keep this going wasn't right either. So I decided that after years and years of this abuse, that I wasn't going to do it anymore. I wasn't going to change myself for the person I was with, and John was that lucky person who got to experience that. So on our first couple dates, I was like, nope, that's it. That's me. This is me. I am human. I'm weird. I'm nerdy. This is what you get. And if you don't like it, then there's the door, buddy. You can leave. I don't need that type of person in my life anymore that couldn't accept me for me. And he was a little weirded out at first because it wasn't exactly what he was used to with people. He was used to, certain behaviors in the first couple dates at least, and he finally got used to it and finally realized what was going on, and he showed me who he really was, and we both accepted each other. We both said, you're a pretty cool person for the person that you are. You're pretty cool. So, yeah, we've been together for almost 6 years, and I'm hoping that we'll be able to say we've been together for 16 and 63 and 165. Who knows? That's my end goal, is to be with this man for as long as I can. And, yeah. So, for me, love is accepting. It's fully accepting a person for their flaws, for their virtues, for their hobbies, for, the things that annoy you about that person, you still accept about this person. So for me, love is not the grand gestures. It's not the big over-the-top ridiculousness, oh, let me steal you away from the wedding, and look at me, I'm a better person than this person, and, let me do all this big, crazy, weird stuff to show you that I love you. For me, it's the small gestures. It's the doing the dishes together. It's sitting in front of the TV and watching YouTube videos together. It's running out to the store in the middle of the night to get cold medicine. It's running errands. It's getting groceries. It's, all these small things, taking out the trash, cleaning the bathroom. It's the little things for me that are the grand gestures. So it's also being able to share hobbies with each other, like my husband and I, we cosplay. Deadpool, make an appearance. So we cosplay together. We cosplay group cosplays with my sister and her boyfriend. And we also do our own individual cosplays as well. So I do have a few videos up for our P.I.G page, which is our cosplay group, so go check those out. Please, that would be awesome. But anyway, so we cosplay as a group, and like I said, we also cosplay individually, and it's fun. It's something fun that we can all work on together, that's, this enjoyable thing that's a great hobby for us, but it's also something that we can connect on, and we have a lot of fun doing together as, a group, and as my husband and I. But we've also, you know, and we've also got our connection with animes. Like when my husband and I, before we got together, we were texting each other just as friends, and we were talking about the different animes that we both like. And I was mentioning how I really liked Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood at the time I don't think was out, but it is out now. So if you get a chance, watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's really, really good. It's much, much closer to the actual books. Really good. But we both really, really like that anime together, and we were texting each other about animes like Fuliguli, or Furikuri, or Furikuri, or FLCL, or however you say it. You know, however you say this goofy name. This goofy little anime that's about 6 episodes long, pretty much about puberty, but it's weird. It's a very strange anime, but it's really enjoyable. And my husband had never met anybody who had actually seen that anime other than himself and his friends. And when I mentioned that I really liked it, he's like, no way, there's no way you've actually seen this anime. Nobody has seen this anime. And so we were talking back and forth about that. And we were talking about, let's see what else, Cowboy Bebop. Cowboy Bebop's another really good anime that, you know, he was like, really? You've seen this one? Like, you've seen the whole thing? Love Cowboy Bebop. It's a really good anime about space pirates. Well, I guess they're kind of pirates. They're more space bounty hunters, so. But yeah, that's another anime that we both really, really love together. And let's see, what else? What other animes do we really like? This is just a bunch. A whole bunch. We've recently gotten into Space Dandy, and that's a really good one. We're up to, I think, the 2nd season, so we're waiting for that to come out now. But that's a really good one that we both really, really like together. And yeah, I mean, there's also stuff that we do that we don't do together. So we have our own hobbies that keep us sane and entertained and that kind of thing that we don't do with the other person. Like, I love to sew, and I love to do different crafts. Like, my crafting is dependent, excuse me, on the season. So like polymer clay, I got really, really into polymer clay for a long time, and jewelry making, and mask making, and leather crafting, and all just kind of all that kind of stuff. And he doesn't do that. For him, his crafting is more of painting and drawing and that kind of stuff, which I'm not that great at. But we have our own hobbies that we do that we don't have to do together. And, you know, he builds Gundam models, which I have a whole bunch behind me. And he also likes to build puzzles. We've got puzzle buildings that he adores, and other puzzles that he's put together, and comic books. He collects a lot of comic books, and, you know, watches some stuff on YouTube that I don't necessarily watch either, but, you know, most of the stuff we watch together. But, you know, we have our own things that we support each other on, but don't have to be involved in. So, you know, he'll go to Joann's Fabrics with me and not quite understand why I'm drooling over the beautiful materials and patterns and all this stuff. Doesn't quite understand it, but he supports me in it. And I support him in all of his stuff too. We've recently gotten into game capture, so we've been recording our gaming and putting it up on YouTube, and that was something that he, you know, came up to me and he's like, honey, I really want to do this. And I said, okay, let's figure out what we need to do. So I got the game capture unit, I got the microphones that we needed, I got this stuff to connect everything. I've been figuring out how to get everything to work on the computer so that we can get this going and you make it sound good. And, you know, it's because he wants to do it. So, and I've been doing it with him. It's so much fun. I'm not that great at gaming, but it's still a lot of fun. So yeah, if you get a chance, go to our Sleepy Yeti page. That's where we've been putting up our game capture stuff. I think it's pretty good. But yeah, I mean, it's the small things. It's the things that we can share, do together. It's also the things that we can do separately and have the other person support us with it and understand it. And it's the small things. It's not the grand gestures for me. It's being able to be with a person and say, you know, hey honey, how was your day at work? Oh, it was really crappy. All right, well, here's dinner. Let's eat dinner and let's watch some TV. And not having to say anything else to each other, but being with each other and knowing that that person accepts you for who you are, flaws and all. Being able to be sick with whatever it is, whether it's a cold or the flu or laryngitis or ear infection, eye infection, whatever it is that you have that you're sick with, and have that other person go, yeah, I still want to be with you, I still want you, I still want all of this, even though it's phlegmy and gross. It's that kind of stuff. It's being with a person and not wanting to let go. So yeah, John, I love you. I love the fact that we've been together for almost 6 years, married for 3. I want to say that we'll be married for, 110 more years. Who knows? That'd be amazing. And I wouldn't trade you for the world. Alright guys, well, leave me a comment in the comments down below. Let me know the small things that you love about your family, your lovers, your partners, your friends, whoever it may be who's really important to you in your life. Because love for each person in your life is going to be different than the love you hold for this other person in your life. So the love that I have for my husband, who's my best friend, is very different from the love that I hold for my siblings, and the love that I have for his sisters, and the love that I have for my family, for his family, for our friends. It's all very different love, but it's still love in that sense that I don't want to let these people go. So yeah, I mean, just let me know what it is that you love about the people in your life. Like, share, subscribe, share with your loved ones, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Be good to each and every person that you are involved with and everybody else in the world, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!